Welcome back to my channel, guys. This time for another anime first impression video. This is one that I've watched a whole week ago, and I just haven't had time to record a video on it. I remember watching it and thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, and it's been 7 days. It just shows how easily it is for me to just watch something and then, not forget about it, but things just get in the way. So this is going to be on a long name, so keep up with me. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. I guess it's not that long, but it's long while written. So anyways, it is definitely telling you most of the story of the first episode, to be honest, in just the title, because it's setting up essentially that. So I will explain the episode, but just know that if you want a brief summary, that really is the most best, briefest summary that you can get. Is essentially a healer who was banished, who didn't know that he ends up being the strongest from the party, and so on and so forth. So I'll explain how all that happened, but in a minute. But because before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can find me on social media in the description below. You guys can also watch more first impression videos here. I have quite a bit of them already released. I know I have 2 or 3 days planned out to release videos. I've been trying to record for the weekend, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to release in the weekend, so maybe I'll start Monday. I don't know. It just depends how it all goes. So make sure you're checking out the videos. I do appreciate the love and support. Go and check out more stuff in my channel that I'm releasing, because a lot of it is going to be, after this will be manga and light novel reviews as well as anime reviews. So if you're into that as well, then don't just stay for the season, stay for the rest of the time. So okay, let's talk about this anime. So it's very similar to the healer anime that came out last year, I believe it came out, where the healing attribute is sometimes not seen as the best attribute. It's seen as a background, attribute. You always kind of like, if you're a warrior, you kind of always go with either the guy with the sword or the guy with the bow and arrow, right? Solely you go with the defense side with like the tank, and very rarely you go with the guy that's the healer, right? So it's essentially taking that whole idea of the healer happens just to be the strongest in this story. The story starts with a young adventurer who is wanting to create a group of people to go and adventure, right? And she is very much decided in who she wants to be with, but doesn't really make it clear until she finds him, and it's this healer. We later find out in the episode that essentially he saved her as a young child. She had different hair and everything, so she does look different from then to now. But she vowed to him personally that when she grew up, she was going to make a party with him and basically become the strongest party ever, blah, 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 blah. So she has been training since, and now she wants to make a party with him. Now, him, in the other hand, we don't know up to this point, but we find out throughout the episode again that basically he's been laid off from his group. People don't want to be in his group, and we later find out that it's the people within the organization. I'm guessing they're part of his old group as well. They're kind of controlling the back scenes, making sure that no one wants to be in his group, no one joins his party, no one works with him, because they don't want him to be working in the industry, I guess, of adventuring anymore. But anyways, he's surprised that she wants to be with him. He says, yeah, let's be together. So they go on an adventure. And that whole first part is probably like a third of the episode. The flashbacks are another third of the episode. And then the adventuring is maybe the other third of the episode that we see, which essentially they go and he takes her to the labyrinths, to the lower levels only, the higher levels. And he's very careful with not showing off his power. Like, we see that he is strong because each time she struggles, he comes in and helps her out, and he's really good at it to just kind of save her. But we also see that he's basically holding back his potential. He does heal her one time, and that kind of brings her memories to the whole like first time that he saved her. But other than that, that in a nutshell is it's really the episode. They go back to the place to sell the items that they got from the monsters they killed, and that's where we find out that there's an organization essentially behind the whole mystery of why he's not gaining friends, and so on and so forth. So it reminds me of different series. There's one series that I'm reacting, Banished from the Hero Party. Now I live in the outskirts of something like that. It's a long name. I'm trying to see if I have a copy here, but I guess I don't have a copy. But that one is specifically reminds me of this. Essentially, he was in that particular anime. He was the one that did all the tactics. So when they got rid of him, they didn't know what to do, right? And they realized that he was the center of the group, except they never treated him like that. So because of that, he ended up, just being banished from the group, ended up living a farm life, and eventually the other heroes arrive and start living a life with him as well. So this is kind of that, but the healer doesn't give up in adventuring. He wants to adventure. I guess that is his passion, so he doesn't want to quit on that in particular. So he's not really leaving the life of it, but there is people behind the scenes basically making sure that he's not successful, but it looks like he will be with this girl. So we'll see what happens next. For now, I think this series has 2 episodes. When I first watched it, there was only 1 episode, but I think in the time of me waiting to make a video on this, there has been already 2 episodes or second episode release. There might be even a 3rd one by the time this video releases. So just, it is what it is. Go check them out. For now, it's only subbed, but I can see this one being dubbed. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with all the dub, which ones are dubbing, which ones are not. Just, it's always up in the air with Crunchyroll. They announce some, and then at the last minute they add more. So it is what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Like I said earlier, do subscribe if you're watching up to this point. And like always, guys, don't be strangers. See you guys.